Everybody loading in, everybody connecting in. That means that we can start this game, and it's a game of the ProDota2 Non-Pro League, and it's between mTw and SGC, Storm Games Clan. That's the one to stand for. And we have on the Radiant side, we have mTw, and the Dire side SGC. And yeah, hi. I don't have a co-caster right now because well, I don't know why. Because I am lazy and I forgot to ask. Probably why, or at least didn't have time to ask because it was a bit of hasty, I guess. Anyway, doesn't matter. We are in and we have already seen bans. We have seen a ban for the Darkseer, for the Nature's Prophet, and for the Broodmother. The first ban from SGC coming out there. And we have a Lycan ban as well. So far, not very much special bans. I mean, the Broodmother ban, SGC just doesn't want to face her. I can't blame them because she's really annoying to deal with her. She needs consumables, she needs a hero to watch out for a lane. It's just, yeah, they don't want to face that one, so it's very, very understandable. What is unusual is the ban out for the Windrunner, even though, you know, Windrunner is a very useful hero, of course, and I just realized I can go to this mode, Captain's Mode screen, because, you know, still Captain's Mode. And yeah, Windrunner ban, we don't see her that banned that often in the first ban rounds, but that basically means first pick goes to mTw. So with banning out the Windrunner, they ensure that, well, that they didn't really have anything else to ban out. That they ensure that the Windrunner is not going to SGC, that's for sure. That's usually the case with banouts, I know. But still, that they won't have her available as first pickup. What is still available though is a Tidehunter. It's a Chen. Must not forget the Chen. And well, Enchantress then too, of course. But she'll probably only be picked up if a Chen gets picked up. Even though we've seen her more often if a team wants to go for a very aggressive tri lane and wants to gank and push towers very early. But the Brewmaster was also still gonna be picked up there together with the Shadow Demon. That's such a great combination if you put these together on a lane. Shadow Demon can disrupt the target, and then Brewmaster can just walk in, you know, quiet, and then do his thunderclap when the disruption is over, of course. And if there's also then a soul catcher on there, that will mean that the target is taking a lot of damage from that, and that's almost a guaranteed kill, especially early game. For mTw, they are gonna get the Chen because SGC didn't pick that one up, together with the Night Stalker. So quite aggressive already with a pushing lineup from Leshrac and the Chen, being able to push very early, as well as the Enchantress, which are both picked up. Enchantress is a logical reaction to the Chen, but mTw has a really dangerous lineup. I think at the first nighttime there will be kills and there will be pushes for mTw if they manage to pull it off against SGC, because of course they could still go for the picks that would counter this lineup, even though the Beastmaster just got banned. And Beastmaster being a very good anti-pusher, just being able to throw down his axes and making sure a creep wave disappears. Even the Gen creeps will be spooked off by that. But yeah, mTw doesn't want SGC to get that one, so he's gonna get banned out. Also banned out is a Tidehunter. That is purely because SGC don't want mTw to get those team fights. SGC has the Brewmaster, which is it's a very good team fight hero. It's no Tidehunter, but you have team fight on your lineup, and SGC just don't want. They want to have the stronger team fight. That's what they want to go for here. They want to have, if there is a 5-on-5, they want to win it. And to make sure of that, they banned out a Tidehunter. Because of course mTw is going to push, but if their team fights go towards the direction of SGC, they can still make sure that early tower advantage, which might be gotten by mTw's kills and towers if they get that, team fights will make that even again, or even bring it into the favor of SGC. So that's a very good strategy to go for pushing strategy, if you get the team fight up early enough. But with an Enchantress and yeah, they can force that. I think they can force that. Enchantress with some creeps out of the forest, and well, as soon as Brewmaster's level 6, he's already very annoying to deal with, even though, of course, his level 6 ulti isn't as powerful as level 11, but he will be able to do a lot, especially if he can just walk in. But there is the team fight for mTw, also an Enigma, so we're gonna see some black holes. And even though SGC doesn't have to deal with the Earthshaker and the Tidehunter, they will have to deal with an Enigma, and I'm not sure how they're gonna counter this. Maybe by picking up a Vengeful Spirit, but then again, they already have that support. And of course, Shadow Demon can just disrupt Enigma too if he's not in a black hole himself. So that's all fine too. And yeah, next pick is gonna go to SGC, and let's see what they can go for. They have a lot of options. I mean, they have their lane. They have one lane complete and a jungle complete, so they need 2 solo lanes right now. They still have a Queen of Pain option if they want to go for that. And well, that's at least providing they're gonna go for the lane that I just called with the Brewmaster and the Shadow Demon. But they also might want to place the Shadow Demon in the middle. We have seen that before. It's just it's less common. So. Or less common, no, I wouldn't say that. It's just, that's my expectation. There we have a Lone Druid, very good solo lane, even though lately I am not so convinced he can do it anymore. Or at least the last times I've seen him successfully was only with versus a lane. Oh, we have a disconnect. Was only if he was successful when he was in a jungle and, you know, coming out of the jungle after he's being farmed up. But in a solo lane, he will just... Yeah, he will be behind on farm and levels at some point. Unless he can do the bear stacking perfectly. But we will see that. And we have a Lich pickup for mTw, so they expect a hard carry for SGC, or at least able to deny that farm for him. Maybe even deny the farm for the Brewmaster if they wanna do that, because Brewmaster is a hero that needs gold and levels early. If they can just deny that gold and experience, that will be giving mTw a head start on that. And since they're a team that's I mean, Enigma can push also so hard as soon as he comes out of the forest, which I'm expecting him to be in. No, he's not going to be in the forest. Jen is already in the forest. Crazy me. Actually, let's take a look. They have a Night Stalker. Night Stalker could be a middle, but Enigma could also be middle. I have seen mTw going for an Enigma middle before, so definitely possibility there. But otherwise, Night Stalker maybe accompanied with a Lich and a Leshrac. Enigma solo side lane and Leshrac Lich on, or Leshrac solo or Leshrac Lich on the bottom lane, or Leshrac middle and Night Stalker Lich on the bottom lane with Enigma solo. And then we have a Storm Spirit being picked up by SGC, so that's gonna be their middle hero. I did say earlier that they needed 2 solo laners, and they have picked them. That's not very surprising. So we are gonna see a semi-trial lane with the Enchantress in the forest close to Shadow Demon probably. Unless they want to lane a Storm Spirit side lane. Have seen that before, but I'm not expecting it. And well, we will see if they're gonna go for that or not. Let's just skip this and go towards this overlay, because you know, then you can see the whole screen, which is kind of nice. And we're just gonna see who's playing what. We see Tulux playing the Brewmaster, with Warlock already sending his bear towards the bottom lane. Love that, by the way. He's gonna stack, or he's gonna pull the creeps for the lane that's gonna be on the bottom lane. With Lone Druid going towards the top lane, being played by Warlock. Just said that, yes. Ahoy, which is actually Cranage, is playing the Storm Spirit in the middle. And towards the bottom lane, also going off-hack on his Shadow Demon, and Lasek on the Enchantress. And the bear is here too, scouting out. We'll find mTw in the forest. And we see Funzy being playing the Enigma. We see Synderen on the Night Stalker. Kebab is playing the Chen. And who am I missing? There, yeah, there he is. And we see Sokshka on the Leshrac. Who am I missing? There we go, middle lane. Snoy is gonna be there. Snoy, who's actually bucking mad. He switches around lately, since yesterday, I believe, or something. But yeah, that's he's gonna make sure he denies a creep. Might even stay middle lane with Synderen to have this dual lane going on. And then we'll have Leshrac solo lane, or at least with Chen coming out of the forest, so that will be early towers with these two right here. And Enigma on the top lane solo, and we will actually make sure that there's 2 creeps denied from his wave pool. That's nice. We'll have that early, well, we'll make sure that the lane gets pushed towards his side, even though his will be up versus lone druid. Very curious how this lane will be, because Enchantress is of course gonna go into the jungle here to get creeps, but at the same time there's also gonna be a Chen who wants some creeps in the forest. Oh, Leshrac has a haste rune, will be fine. Does some right clicks, or 1 at least, 2. They change the haste rune will allow you to do that. They don't want to change that, even though disruption might be there. There is a disruption spec on the Shadow Demon. So if they want to go aggressive, they can. They have a pretty strong lane here versus the Leshrac, who is for now solo. Aggressive warding also, making sure that they know that Lich is actually gonna be on the bottom lane. They're not gonna help on the mid lane. As soon as they know there was a tri lane here, they switched it around. It's already Alpha Wolf going towards the Enchantress. And Chen just started on the lower creeps, got Nurse and Warrior. Might actually go ganking as soon as this creep is, wave is down, but we will see that later. As, well, like I said, top lane is getting forced towards the tower for Funzy. Warlock getting... I mean, these islands, he has to be really careful there, or at least Funzy has to be really careful. The nicest own island there, very smart. Some harassment. Aww. Enchantress feeding her wolf to Leshrac. Sorry, to Chen. That's not very wise to do, but she's gonna get a wildkin. They might actually want to go for this. The disruption is there too. There we go, disruption on Leshrac. Thunderclap is gonna be there too. There we have it, but the Thunderclap actually missed. Stone's gonna go down. Hits on Tulix. Tulix taking a lot of damage from the Edict, but backing off. Enchantress going through. In the meantime, diving the tower might actually have... Nope, we'll be fine. Pops a salve, and Kebab coming out of the forest to help out. So far, no kills yet, though. They're being very careful. Well, they were not being careful, but now they're being careful. It was nice in the initiated, and I think if Tulix actually worked the right way, he was expecting Soxka to go towards his tower. Therefore, well, but he missed purely because of that. Oh. Enchantress taking a lot of damage. There's no boots yet up on either of them, but well, Enchantress will actually be fine. She has a bit higher base movement speed than Leshrac has. Than the Chen has. Wow, that's the second time I mixed these up. They're both on the 4-legged creature, though. Actually, he is a 4-legged creature. That's a difference. You have Chen gonna try to gank. Enchantress might this time test of fate, not killing her yet. She has to back up. She's still level 1, doesn't have a heal. Disruption's gonna be there. Soulcatcher is gonna be there. There's a Thunderclap. Kebab might be in some trouble right now, but stun does hit on Tulix. And Edict will make sure that they're not gonna chase. There's still no kill happening. Just checking bottom and mid and top lane just in case I'm missing something. So far, it seems like these two are just harassing, and no more mana on the Enigma, but there's no bear either. Okay, that's fair. But yeah, it doesn't seem like anything exciting is going to happen here yet. In the mid lane, we still have level 4 up on both. Actually, the pool is going to be there. It's just harassment, though. They can't really kill it yet until level 6, or at least they shouldn't be able to, technically speaking. And oh, hello, Lasek in the jungle might be... Oh, someone is gonna go down here regardless. And it's gonna be both of them, actually. Enchantress taking the first blood, going down to the Chen Troll Warlord right afterwards. So Enchantress actually got the gold, got the experience, and Chen only got the gold afterwards, but no experience. So Enchantress definitely getting the better of this, of course, with the first blood. That will happen regardless if the other would have gotten experience. But nice kill there, the two junglers catching each other out. Invisibility rune on a Shadow Demon. But there is a sentry ward though, so he's just walking around, thinking he's not being seen, but he is being seen. Everybody sees him. And that means that Syndrome should be knowing right now that he's coming towards that direction. Oh, there's the sentry ward. He saw it being placed. He's running. He's gonna just be harassed. Okay, so that's nothing. So I'm really afraid that I'm gonna miss a kill. That is because they're just roaming around so much right now. They really want to get that early kill advantage and get some kills with that. Enchantress steals a creep. They want to go for this. It's just Enchantress there though. That's a face. Creep is being stolen back again. Lasek is gonna get a void. Disruption is there on the Night Stalker. Cinder in a lot of trouble as it Soul Catcher goes on, but he will be able to be fine. But Shadow Demon won't be fine. Jens test the face will make sure of that. There's the Vortex on Cinder, and Cinder will go down. Last hit goes to the Enchantress, and that's a 1-for-1 once again. As Brewmaster's gonna try to get away. Will dodge a stun, but taking some damage from the right clicks from the Chen. Should be fine though. Should be fine. If he's fast enough, because Leshrac is still chasing this. Gonna get a stun on the Storm Spirit, gonna get a kill on the Storm Spirit, and is backing off again. Doesn't want to go further anymore, even though he might have been able to kill Tulux, but nice kill for Shoxka there, and that actually made sure that it's again still even. Who else died? Lone Druid killing Enigma in the meantime on the top lane, so that's sort of kill that I missed, because it happened at the same time. Nice kill for the Lone Druid. I mean, that will give him the advantage of the lane. He still has 800 gold, has got boots and Orb of Venom and a shield on his bear. And even though the Soul Ring is there on Enigma, it will be tricky for him to to overcome the gold differences now on the lane. Even though he still has Eidolons, he can still push when needed. Yeah. There we go, double damage up on Enchantress, who's still level 3, has been roaming around a lot. I wonder if she's gonna go try to get a kill now. She might catch out the Leshrac here, as her creep will scout out the Lich. They know each other. Might be going for a stun? No, it's just harassment, making sure that they know where she is. And they know where she is. Stun's gonna hit on Wildkin though. Back off. You should back off. There we go. Good dear. Okay, we have a ganking coming, or at least I think so. Crane is going towards the top lane. He has his eyes on Funzy. He is level 6 now, so we'll be able to ball lighting in. Has got full mana, full bottle. There's a jump in. There's a vortex. Right click's gonna go, and there's the last hit going towards the Storm Spirit. As the Malefit still goes off on the Storm Spirit. Takes a lot of damage actually. Has to pop all his bottle charges, but will be fine. As there's another creep war going on between Enchantress and Kebab, even though Enchantress is gonna try to TP out. Will she be in time though? No, she will not! Leshrac taking the last hit. And Night Stalker going off his lane too. Offback is in some trouble, will be catched off. Lich actually taking a kill. Oh, I don't know if Syndrin is happy with that, because that looked like a clear kill to me for Syndrin.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh well. So Warlock being able to push the tower a bit now that Enigma was down, but if he does that again, then the tower will be down, so it's all good. Let's take a quick look at the last hits, and we're gonna follow Syndrin because he's gonna try to get the kill on the top lane, I would imagine. He is 31 for 9, and without leaving Syndrin, I'm just gonna switch to the Storm Spirit. He is 32 for 3, so the mid lane being so even last hit wise. What is he gonna do? I really thought he was gonna go to the top lane. Nope, he's gonna go to bottom lane because it seems like there is some dancing going on around each other. Yep, they're still trying to catch out those heroes. Stun was just nope, was no stun. I mean, mTw having a lineup that is pretty gank heavy. I mean, they have a Night Stalker, and it's night, so you would expect some ganks, even though he has some free farm here right now. So that's of course nice. And a lot of pushing power with the Leshrac and the Chen. But still not actually having been able to take that advantage in a gank and push afterwards. I wonder why they have not tried to do that more, but...
Don't run off.
Nice. Her own Night Stalker illusion. That's very nice to have. And it's actually that SGC is so confident here that they can gank at night when there's a Night Stalker on the other team. Oh, 2 legs. Gonna be spotted as he's on the lower ground, so he will get a void now and pops. Well, is not level 6 yet. There is the black hole catching 3. Tulux will go down in the meantime. Storm Spirit is gonna try to get some damage on the Kebab, but is backing off afterwards. And Enchantress is gonna take a fall here, or at least I think she will. There we go. Void taking the kill. Night Stalker being there. And that was what I was saying earlier. I mean, SGC being very aggressive at nighttime. When there's a Night Stalker around, that's just, it doesn't seem like a smart thing to do. I mean, when I will, sorry, I will change this. I will change this. There we go. I forgot to do that. But yeah, that's just the pain of fighting versus a Night Stalker. You can't really try to do that much at night if you don't have the obvious overhand, because then you will have this situation where you give a double kill to the Night Stalker, and that's painful. Night Stalker is one of those heroes that is built around kills early on, kills at the first night. He needs those kills, he needs that advantage, he needs to shut down the enemy team with that. This time, well, it seemed like SGC just gave that to him, or at least make them even again, or no, not even. As the gold graph spiked towards 1k. So that's that fight just now. The towers are still up for both teams, even though this tower is looking to go down. It's almost within the knight range actually. He's gonna get the knight by Lasek if he gets a chance. Oh, is he not gonna? He's not gonna try. He's not gonna try. Range walked in.
Dire's top tower is under
And the
attack.
Shrek got killed off in the bottom lane in the meantime. I'm sorry I missed that. We had a disruption, we had a thundercloud. That was probably the perfect combination that we saw earlier, but Synderen is here. He wants to go for the Shadow Demon. Being an easy target, Urn Charge will finish Shadow Demon off. And all it took was a Void, which is level 4. So a lot of nuking power from Synderen. And just a Void in the Urn Charge gets a kill, clean kill for him. Might actually try to go for Tulix still. Drops a Void. Does have a silence just in case, but Tulix knows that he would be no easy prey, easy target. Another Void though. If he can do that again, it's a clear kill. He doesn't have mana, he still has a bottle charge though, so nah, he doesn't want to go for that, even though TP is also coming back in from the Shadow Demon, who will be helping out Tulix here. Even brought him himself.
Haste.
We have a haste rune on the Storm Spirit who's gonna try to find someone. He's gonna find the Lich. Lich is gonna drop here. He has no chance. Still managed to pop off his ultimate though. And Lich is not gonna drop here. Actually, Storm Spirit is in a lot of trouble. Being able to still Lightning Ball out since he had the mana, and Lone Druid is gonna be picked off once again by Synderen taking a killer. Or at least, sorry, that was Enchantress. Lone Druid is not being picked off as Brewmaster takes the kill on the Shrek. Synderen is now in some trouble. Is gonna be twirled up in the air by the Panda. And will probably die here. Storm Spirit taking that hit, and that is a big loss for mTw. And that was clever movement from all of SGC, making sure that they all were there apart from Shadow Demon, who's still on the bottom lane. But then again, he just died. He might not have the gold to TP, or he has a cooldown on the TP rather. So that would make him not being able to go towards this side of the map. But well played from SGC to make sure that even after their enchanters died and after their gank failed, because of course Storm Spirit was gonna try to gank on the Lich, which should have been an easy kill. Lich actually didn't die, so good job for Lich. But yeah, making sure that the rest of his team was actually quite close behind, so good job there. In the meantime, Enchantress is gonna try to get some levels on the mid lane, as she is behind. She's level 5. We already had walking by next to level 10. Let's just check out levels for a second. She is the lowest level on the map right now. There is, well, I would expect to see the experience graph going towards favor of mTw, even though there is a level 11 on the Dire side. Oh, it's actually quite even. That's not bad.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So the high level on Lone Druid makes up for the low level of the Enchantress. In the meantime, mTw finishes off the tower on the top lane. With a push, not even, well, Chen was actually there, never mind. And this is the push I was talking about. I mean, the push is just so strong from an mTw. If SGC wants to take this, they have to have a clear team fight to make sure that none of mTw's heroes will be close to the tower, because if Leshrek is fighting close to the tower, he'll still have his edict, and it will still hurt the tower a lot. Leshrek in the meantime killing off the Brewmaster on the bottom lane. There we go, bottom lane. Brewmaster overstepping. It's on the wrong side of the tower. And it's still night for now, as Night Stalker just pops his ultimate, pops a smoke. He's looking to go for something, looking to go towards that middle lane, where Storm Spirit managed to get a Vortex on the Kebab. And Enchantress gonna get caught in the black hole. It's only Enchantress in the black hole though. And as Kebab is still gonna go down to the Storm Spirit killing spree for Cranage. Lefties doesn't have that much mana anymore though. Will he be able to get away from this? Enchantress for Chen is of course well, it's an even trade sort of. He will be able to keep you away in time.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Well, quite a lot used to kill that Enchantress. I mean, there was a black hole, there was smoke, even though of course that wasn't intentionally for the Enchantress, but overall the kill is in favor for SGC right now, or at least that kill was, because yeah, just purely for the amount of resources used to get the kills on the people. It was only Storm Spirit and Enchantress there, and so many of mTw's team was there, also losing out on experience and gold in the meantime, while the rest of the team of SGC was just happily farming. And we have Chen building towards mech, almost as a complete 30 gold. 15 minute mech, not that bad, quite nice to have, especially if you're up versus a Thunderclap and Bruma. And Lich is gonna take a lot of damage here, will be going down here, one more click. Storm Spirit taking the last hit as Offik made sure that he was slowed with the Demonic Purge, making sure that he could not get away. And Offik gonna, Ahoy gonna get a haste rune. Stun gonna go off on Warlock. Warlock is gonna drop here. Let's see if he's gonna be able to do some damage before he drops. No, he cannot. Night Stalker taking the last hit. Leshak on the way out will be able to do so though. He's walking towards the danger spot. Gonna get netted by the Jenny. She is so dead. Enigma taking the last hit for that, but the tower did go down. And Brewmaster taking that tower also. Brewmaster taking the tower on the bottom lane. Lone Druid taking the tower. I was wondering. That's weird. Didn't see Panda there. So 2 towers going down for on mTw's side in favor of SGC. So far, the towers are one in favor for SGC actually. The kills are not in favor for them, but yeah, and this is actually not as I expected it would go, because there is so much pushing power on the Radiant side, and well, also ganking, so I was expecting them to be ahead of kills until the teamfights happened, but real teamfights have not happened yet. But towers have been able to go down for SGC, and the reason for that is that so far, when mTw went for a gank or a push, look, there's 4 in the middle lane. And the only one not here is the person that just died. So everybody focusing on that, everybody working together as a team, on one target. They have not have a 5 versus 5 team fight because the rest of SGC is not with 5. They have been pushing the side lanes all the time, so that's why the towers have been able to go down. I mean, Brewmaster could just farm happily here. I say could because the rest of mTw now acquired a new target, but it looks like Tilix might be aware of that, and yeah, look at that warding here. They totally see them coming. And they back off because they know they're no match for a 5 push, and that will leave Cranage again safe to push out the mid lane, even though it's pushed out, but maybe do some damage on the tier 2 tower. You might not know that. And yeah, mTw just with 5 people, they're gonna push out this tower. Might actually create a team fight that SGC is not able to take right now, I believe. Well, all depends on the Brewmaster and the wave initiation I will get. There is a black hole. The black hole is actually not available. Never mind. I think if there's a 5-on-5 fight now, it's daylight also. SGC is looking quite good, especially if it happens closer to the tower. But are they gonna try for it? Are they gonna defend their tower? No. Tower dead. Cool.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
And they might actually continue this push. Nobody's backing off yet, and nobody. Well, there we go. Everybody of SGC is now on their way to here, but it looks like Lone Druid has a long way to go. It is still in the mid lane. There's no fortification able to be popped. There's the ultimate from the Panda as a Knight gets popped by Synderen. Gonna get a disruption though. Gonna get a soul catcher too, and is on his way out as the vortex comes through. Synderen is left alone by his team. Lich ultimate going through. Synderen will still go down. Last hit going to the Enchantress as Storm Spirit being. Oh, what a pause! What a pause! Okay, so Storm Spirit being cut out by the Lich ultimate bouncing around. We still have 4 alive on each team. This is a tactical pause, so tactical pause. We have Lasek being very low on life and being slowed actually also by Lich ultimate, and yeah. Oh, we gotta continue this. What a pause! I can't really see what's going on all that much, but we have not got the chance ultimate anymore. There we go. Lich ultimate still bouncing around. As Tulip is on his way out, gonna get trapped in a warlord, as the rest is gonna back out. And yeah, Brewmaster went down, so 2 for 1. But Nightstalker went down. Tower went down too, though. So mTw taking a win in a team fight. I do think though, if the pause hadn't happened, I think mTw would have got more kills. Because this pause just made sure that everybody saw, okay, what's the status. And they can do that way better than I can, obviously. They can just see, like, if we go for that target first, they have a chance. And for SGC, they saw that everybody of mTw was quite far back, was on full HP. And they did not have the advantage anymore, so they decided during the pause, we're gonna back off as soon as the pause is off. And they did that. Tulix lost his life on the Brewmaster, though. But yeah, that pause made sure that they didn't lose anything else. So for SGC, it was a good pause, but for mTw, I don't know. Of course, we can never know if that's actually true what I'm saying right now, but it's fun to think that I might be right. I like to think that. Oh, hello, Leshrac. What are you gonna do? Is he gonna wait for Steam? Yeah, he's gonna wait for his team. Hello, team. They want to go for this. Shadow Poison catching them out though. Stun going off on 2 heroes. Nova going through. And there you have the disruption on Shadow Demon himself, so he can be in safety as Storm Spirit is gonna port away. Disruption did actually save the Shadow Demon as Tulix gets a stomp off on Cinerin. Vortex is on Cinerin too, but the mech is there to help him out. And whoa, no, still going down. Chen taking the last hit on the Storm Spirit as Tulix is on the way out, is silenced, doesn't have his ulti. Did buy or won't lose that much gold as he will die to the Lich's last hit, and that's 2 for 0 with a nice initiation, with definitely without the invisibility rune on Shokka and the good stun landing. That fight wouldn't have happened for mTw, not that way, as they totally took the advantage with that. So yeah, nice play, and they're gonna get Roshan for this as a reward. Pretty nice reward, I'd say, for killing 2 heroes. Warlock can't do anything about this, and there's nobody really able to. Well, Storm Spirit is dead. I was gonna say to jump in and try to take the Aegis, which you sometimes see, but you know, wishful thinking. But no. And Aegis got picked up by Nightstalker. So Nightstalker, he has a Ogre Club, will probably be going for BKB just so he's not able to get Vortex anymore. Is he? Yeah, I don't think that works. And there's the Vortex, because that's basically the stuns disables are the only thing that's gonna kill him. There's the Aegis being popped. Stun's not gonna go off. Nice interruption from his illusion from Shokska as Knight's being popped, and there's Cinerin being locked down by the bear. Right click will go from Enchantress. That's the one that's gonna kill him as this Lich ultimate goes through. Tornado being hit on Leshrac, so he's out of the fight for a second. As Funzy is taking a lot of damage, still manages to catch a black hole, catches 3 heroes of SGC in there, but there's not enough people to do the damage. Cinerin has brought back into the game, will get a kill on the Storm Spirit there if he managed to do it. Yes, he does. As Tulix is on, well, he's gonna die. Chen taking the last hit. Funzy is gonna be able to stay alive. Double kill for Cinerin. Definitely worth the buyback there. As we hear TP coming out from the Shadow Demon, who will be back. Or, yeah, will be safe. If Warlock's gonna be safe, that's a different issue because it's nighttime. Cinerin wants him. Cinerin can get him with a Void probably there still too. And oh, nice entangling roots. Good timing. Will the TP be enough though? Yes, it will be. Disruption gonna be there. It's just this is just a Rasmus. He can't kill him. The Demonic Purge going down there. Will there be more to help out? No, this is just damage being done by the Shadow Demon. Look at that damage. He can do so much damage if he just gets a target that's, you know, slowed and that he did himself. Yeah, MD Cinerin being sad. No kill for him and has to be back to base to be safe. And we have a dust going up on the Chen. He's gonna pick up a creep. So yeah, okay. The Aegis is already gone again. Just gonna take a look at the gold graph. mTw has been winning the fight so far, so we see advantage for them. Not very surprising. Let's see experience graph. Therefore, also not very surprising. Not very surprising. I mean, team fights give so much experience, and that's why they look quite even. The gold and experience graph with yeah. Towers are actually not even anymore, as there's one tower in favor for mTw right now. Let's see what items people are gonna have. Let's hope SGC has a lot of mech items and stuff like that, because if they get caught by a black hole, and they have been caught by a black hole, it's really important for them to have just something to heal up afterwards to try to null out the damage that's being done while they were in the black hole. But so far we only have Enchantress building a headdress, or has a headdress building towards a mechanism probably. So what's going on? Malefice on the bear. There's nothing. Bear actually has a radiance, so Warlock being able to farm pretty nice there. And that will make a difference in teamfights too, and it will make a difference also towards towers. I mean, as soon as SGC goes pushing, they can just send the bear in to do some random claps on a tower. But talking about pushing, mTw wants pushing. They can do this. They have a lot of pushing power. It's nighttime, and I don't think SGC wants to really stop this. It is, of course, also easier to defend only their base towers rather than having also the towers to defend. I mean, it's nice to have the towers, especially for teleporting, and you know, the gold. Of course, you don't want to give the gold away, but you don't want to risk losing a fight near to your tier 2 tower, which might mean a tier 3 tower for your enemy. That's just too much risk. And yeah, Sinner is still building towards his blacking BKB. He recently is delayed. He bought back. He died. He bought back. So yeah, it's gonna be that. Did he actually? I'm starting to wonder now. I think he did die. He died, popped his Aegis, and then died again. I think that's what happened. I'm curious now. BKB is up on Enigma though, so that's very useful for him. And that will make his black hole that much more effective if he doesn't get interrupted, of course. And we have a Shrek with the Bloodstone on well, a reasonable solid build. I mean, most Leshreks go for that if they're playing the role that Suxka is playing right now, which is basically a semi-carry, because he was the one that was farming on the bottom lane. And he's just going to be able to just stand there, having a lot of HP, 1600 HP. And I don't know why why Enigma looks so weird right now, by the way. It's weird. And then we're gonna have a pause. So let's give me more time to talk about the items, because I didn't do that yet. That's why I'm trying to catch up. But yeah, it will give him more time to just stand there with his HP, just pulsing out his Nova, his Edict, walking around, you know, doing damage while just right-clicking, maybe landing a stun here and there, and just be a bit tanky and really annoying. And that's also a reason why a pipe or mech is still being built. Only 600 gold left for the Enchantress. That's why SGC really needs those kind of items. The mech was already up on the Chen. He also has a force staff, being able to just make sure that if someone gets caught out, he can force staff them away, get them out of trouble. Hammer being bought on a Night Stalker, already said that, or at least that he was going for a BKB. Oh, Lich. I like Lich items. He has a Medallion of Courage. So as soon as there's gonna be a target, I mean, Lich is, of course, right now he can pop his shields, which is really nice, really effective too, especially if you're versus a couple of melee heroes, which is now 2. He can pop his Chain Frost, very effective. But just to be more effective, because you know, you don't really need his right-click damage, and he will be squishy regardless. So he can just pop his Medallion of Courage and say like, this is the target we're gonna go for, and boom, target will drop so fast with that reduced armor. Yeah, and he has a Staff of Wizardry. Might be going for a Force Staff also, just for that extra mobility, and just make sure that he doesn't get caught out. So that's everybody of mTw. Let's take a look at what SGC has. We see yeah, well, not very ooey like. What we don't see is boots. That's what we don't see, and he's building towards his Bloodstone. Let's see if he has something in the donkey right now. Don't think so, no. No, this is what he has. So he needs, where's the panda now? There we go. So he needs his mana orb, and he needs boots, to be fair. He can, of course, ball lightning, so that's cool. But, you know, doesn't really, it's not really, well, I don't know why he doesn't have boots. It's a bit odd. I'm just checking again, because last time I said someone didn't have boots, I just was blind and looked over it. So, yeah. We have Brewmaster, who is finishing his Force Staff. seemingly Tulix is thinking, well, I'm not gonna have the time to farm a Blink Dagger, so Force Staff is the next best thing. Still gives him that initiation. It's a bit less accurate, but we'll still make sure that he can initiate and he can try to get that team fight. There we go, by the way. Just so you see that too. And, ooh, we're gonna go to the next target because with Lone Druid, we already saw Lone Druid. Better yet, we saw his bear. Where is his bear? Where's his bear? Ooh, there is his bear. This is the power of the Radiance. He doesn't need to attack, he can't attack, he's too far away. But he can just stand here and, you know, do damage to the creep wave, pushing out and just farming while doing nothing. He can stand there taking damage. He's 2700 HP, so he should be just fine. And that's just the power of the Spirit Bear. It's very, very, very annoying to deal with, because you just... yeah. You can still fight 5-on-5 and then still be pushed out on the other side. We have a Night Stalker with a double damage. And we have an Enchantress who's very scared, is gonna jump into the forest. I don't think mTw knows she's there. They have no reason to expect she's there. Or do they? TP is gonna go off. We did see Cinderin pause at the entrance of the forest. But, you know. Blink Dagger being bottled in Enigma. Able to initiate, well, a lot better than he was before, and just blink in, start his black hole, and team fight is initiated, and mTw can then take advantage of the team fight if there's not going to be mech. But the mech, well, no, it's not up yet. 400 gold to go for the Enchantress as the tier 3 tower is taking some damage here. Radiance Bears is going to stand there doing damage to creeps. I like the roar sound, definitely do. And yeah, Shadow Demon for SGC is just their support, so he's not having that much item. And for support, Lich, who did actually buy a 4-staff, Lich is having a lot more farm than Shadow Demon is having, and that's also the kill difference, and of course the power difference. Sun going off on the bear, they might be wanting to go for this bear. If they kill off the bear, if they manage to kill off the bear, that will mean that SGC is gonna have a lot less turtle power here, as they won't be able to finish the creeps that much faster as they have been now. So I don't know if the bear is going to be reckless or going to be sent back to heal. It's actually going to be sent back to heal. Look, there it is, and blinks back instantly as he wants to. He has to be there. Sun going off. Malefit's on the bear too. Bear's going to be well. Medallion of Courage is on there too. No, he has to back off. There we go. He backs off. Tower's still taking some damage though. Well, Edict's Soxka's not gonna be in range for the tower. And in the meantime, SGC is doing this with 4 heroes, as Krinius is just, well, pushing or farming on his Storm Spirit, and mTw know that, and they want to take the advantage. They know they're there 5 versus 4. They have the Blink Dagger on Enigma, they can initiate, but look at SGC's positioning, being so far apart. As soon as they are clumping up, that will mean a good initiation for Funzy. But if they're gonna actually be able to do that, oh, this might be though. They're TPing. We hear Night Stalker TPing towards the mid lane, and that will mean the end of this. Well, standout kinda. Malefic's on the bear. Do they want to go for this? Nah, they wanted to, but they couldn't. No chance. And yeah, Storm Spirit has backed off ages ago as soon as he knew that something was wrong. So it's gonna just continue farming the jungle. It's got 1k gold. Does have boots now, yay! And his bloodstone's completed now too. So these teams, I mean, if we look at it, you already said what are the strengths and weaknesses of each team, but I'm really what? That is not a good thing for mTw. That's just giving away a tower, sort of. It's not as close as a tower, but it's still a lot of gold that you're giving away. And look at that gold graph. It's even. And what I've been told, if you're ahead and you're rising, that's good. But as soon as you start running even, that means that you kind of have your gold difference is not making that much difference anymore. Because you can't use your gold difference to get more gold difference, you can only use it to keep ahead, and that means that as soon as SGC is gonna win a fight or take towers, they're gonna be ahead. in the team fights, but that's only if the team fights. I mean, that bear will mean a lot in the team fight. It's all about positioning right now, not who has what items. Of course, items are nice to have, but it's not that big a difference. That oh look, small dip. That was the courier, maybe sort of. So items are nice to have, but the difference is not that big anymore. That items now mean a difference as they both farm at the same rate, or seemingly farm at the same rate. As it's just team fights that's gonna be important. And if mTw keeps forcing this tier 3 tower, which it looks like they're gonna be doing, they run the risk of, you know, they're losing gold right now that is being farmed by SGC. So they or have the risk of being behind purely because they miss out and they are too long here and here. Oh no, they just want to go in. They don't want to wait this time. They're gonna kill the tower. Tower is down. Edict's going through. Fortification is not there. Edict is now cooldown, they're gonna back off again, and there everybody TP'd back to the top lane. As BKB gets popped by the Night Stalker, it's Night. Black Hole is there, Crane is being caught on that, Leshak is in there too, will go down very fast. As Kebab is still trying to get a kill. Brewmaster, where is Brewmaster? He is still a normal Brewmaster, no, he popped his ultimate also. And Shoxka gonna go down here, as that's the first death for mTw. In the meantime, Lich is being thrown up in the air by the Brewmaster, as Warlock is gonna try to get out. Might have some trouble here, still takes a void, might actually drop to the, well, will not drop actually. In the meantime, Chen was killed by the tower here, and Warlock actually staying alive even though the Urn Chest was taking through. Tulip taking a lot of damage. Malefith is there, silenced on under the Shadow Demon, so he can't put the disruption up. So Enigma taking the last hit on Brewmaster, who bites back instantly, as Warlock's still not dead, so his bear is gonna make sure that the creep wave is not forcing this melee barracks, even though they're gonna have to kill off the siege creep too. There we go, siege creep is gone. And the nice thing about these barracks is that they will heal up if they defend them properly, which I hope they will for them, as everybody from mTw is has backed off now. And that's actually a fight in favor of mTw, and they took a tower that took a lot of damage from, or a lot of HP from the melee barracks. But well, they didn't win. I mean, I got a feeling like they won because they took the tower, took some kills, got the barracks very far down, but they didn't kill off that much heroes. They forced them back, yes. They took their own casualties too, and I've got a feeling that if SGC is gonna force a team fight for themselves, that might end differently. They're gonna get a Roshan. Probably gonna be up on Tulix, who already has an inventory space for that. He's picked up a point booster, might be going for an Aghanim, just to make sure that his ultimate is always off cooldown when there's a push incoming. Might also go up, might also go on the Storm Spirit, just so he's up back with full HP and mana after he goes down, so he can lightning ball away again. So one of those two. A Storm Spirit is gonna be the one that's gonna take the Aegis, as the push is once again incoming on the top lane. They don't want to waste this. If they wait too long, the barracks will have healed up too much, and they can just run in there with Leshak and start pushing his Edict, and they can, well, they can take that fight. I therefore think that SGC would do wisely. If they want to take this team fight, they should do it outside of their base. Pipe going off. Nice job having Lone Druid having a pipe completed. As they go up, they are taking the fight outside their base. Vortex on Shoxka. Nice Dark popped his BKB, gonna attack and disrupt the target. Not gonna be able to do so. Aegis is being popped up on the Storm Spirit as Leshek is trying to get out. Will be able to do so. Has a heal on her. Warlock is gonna run away from this. Might actually be chasing someone. Or Shoxka is gonna go down here. Warlock is not doing anything right now, or at least doesn't seem like he's just walking around. There we go. He's attacked on fun, so he made up his mind. Buyback's gonna come out. Storm Spirit buying back. Enigma buying back. Barracks are still up, and Chen is. Oh, look at this. Chen is gonna go down here too. Last hit goes to the Enchantress. Double kill for her. And that was perfect executed by SGC. I mean, they took some casualties. That's normal. But they made sure that the barracks are still standing, and that is so important. That is exactly what they needed to do. They went in there, took the fight, and just made sure it was theirs. Even though it cost them a buyback. And make sure that they are gonna push in. This tier 2 tower is definitely gonna fall. I mean, it's only on 235 HP, so yeah, gonna drop. But will they? Fortification. This fortification, I mean, they know they can't save the tower, but They think that maybe the time that buys will give Jen a chance to come back and will make SGC think twice before going for this tier 3 tower. If they actually go for this tower though, they might actually find out that they're gonna be overstepping their boundaries, overstaying their welcome. Lone Druid being 4 steps away from the stun of the Leshrac, as Enigma has found a target and Offback is gonna pick him off. And the rest of SGC is gonna back off as fast as they can. At least Stormspirit is as fast as he can, using his mana to lightning ball away and gonna get a double damage fill up his bottle. A Shadow Demon going down there. It's just one of those things. If a team is pushing in and they decide to stop pushing in, they always have to make sure that they back off as a team, because otherwise the siege team, the team that was being sieged, is gonna try to catch someone off, as mTw just did. I mean, Shadow Demon didn't stand a chance. Him being Shadow Demon, even less chance. And there we go again. No Shadow Demon yet. The Shadow Demon's back up again now. Everybody's back in the base. Everybody's full on HP, but there's no ultimate on the Panda. He only has, well, he has 30 seconds left. They cannot do the same thing again yet. They have to delay this, as they're gonna go try to kill the Spirit Bear, taking a lot of damage. And they're gonna go take this team fight here, so the Edict will be up, will be hitting on this barracks. Leshrac killing these barracks, making sure that's priority number 1, as Enchantress is gonna go down, barracks are gonna go down too. And Tulix is gonna be 4-staff in and disrupted. Black Hole's there, gonna be cutting out of the disruption in a Black Hole, getting stunned too, and there's 2 kills. Leshrac taking 1, Lich taking the other. Lich making that a double kill, also getting a kill on Enchantress earlier. And Rainsberg's gonna go down too. As well, SGC can't do that much yet. They're still 2 behind, and everybody of mTw is still here. And Enchantress gonna get killed off once again. And this time the bear will die probably. Or will he? Yeah, he will. One more last hit, right click. Oh, 4-staff going a little bit too far. But Lich getting the last hit there as they back off. Might actually try to take some damage on this tier 3 tower. Jen's ultimate going up, they're actually gonna go for it. They have the mana, they have the HP. Look at that man on the Leshrac. Bloodstone making sure he has everything up again. An Edict being popped. There's a fortification that's now off cooldown. And they still have, SGC still has only 2 heroes that are left up. And that's just not enough. They have to make sure that they don't get caught out. They can't really force them away because they're so outnumbered. They can try to make them dive. Well, Demonic Purge going off on Syndrin. And there is the Storm Spirit wanting to go for something. Or can he go for something though? I don't think he can. And he's gone again as well, there's a Brewmaster too, making a stun. Kebab will go down. Lone Druid getting the last hit on that. Stun of Leshrac hits 3 though as he gets trailed up in the air by the Brewmaster. Syndrin is in a lot of trouble here. Will probably go down. Last hit going to the Enchantress. And there's Leshrac once again, still having his Nova up. Mana being there. Nova still going through while he's in the disruption, and there we have the Thunderclap. If I can look at his tankiness, though, he has so much HP. He will go down there, and Enchantress taking the last hit, but everybody of SGC being forced back to the base because they are so low. That is just such a dangerous hero to have running around. And I mean, you don't want to have him, you don't want to target him as a first target because he's just too tanky. You don't want that because it will take you too long to get him down. And because he's not targeted first, he can just walk around and have his Nova and his Edict just going through. And we have another set of naked barracks standing here. As the top barracks did go, both did go down, so yeah. But yeah, well, good defense from SGC, even though they couldn't do that much with the top barracks. I mean, they were outnumbered and they didn't really have the initiation anymore as they had in the previous fight. They didn't have the cooldown of the Brewmaster's ultimate because he's not having his... Well, actually, he might not be going for... he might have just a casual point booster. He has a cloak, he has arcane boots, but he does not have an Aghanims, and that might be the thing that will get them in some trouble, as they do need that ultimate from him to take those team fights. That's their team fight hero, and versus an Enigma that has his black hole almost off cooldown again, you're gonna need to have some team fight. Looks like mTw is expecting Roshan to be up again soon. Gonna have an Eidolon just walking in there, sitting in there, protecting it just in case it happens. Oh, they can't do this. SGC gonna push the bottom lane. Do they have TPs with them? Oh, Enchantress doesn't. Oh, she does. Sorry, didn't see it properly. Everybody has TPs with them, so nice job for them. But they will lose the melee barracks for that one. See if they can take relics in the meantime. But mTw gonna take these barracks. Might actually rotate towards the bottom lane. In the meantime, they're gonna go for the GG. No?
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Well, then they didn't want to go for barracks. Stun going off on the Shadow Demon, often being picked off here. Dominating Lich, you don't see that every day. As the rest of SGC is gonna back off. And the tier 4 tower is being pressured here by the creep wave. TP's gonna come out. TPs that are desperately needed also. But they didn't go for barracks. They rather were trying to go for the tier 4 tower, trying to get a GG, just in case mTw wanted that to push that also. And just to help with the push, Enigma is gonna buy up a Necronomicon, has level 2, and that will, well, I was gonna say, will make a difference in the next push, but they already have been pushing pretty solid. Enigma knows though that if they push again and the ultimates are up on the Dire side, they will have some issues. So with those Necronomicons, it will just be a bit easier for them to deal with that. And they're just gonna farm up. I mean, they have the relax. I mean, they can be relaxed now. They have 2 lanes that's being pushed out for them. They don't have to do it themselves, and they can just decide when to go for this bottom lane. This is the last barracks up. And not worry too much about SGC because they will be forced to defend their lane versus the constant pushing from the creeps. And they have to defend this last set of barracks. Will they be able to do it? They just if they are able to take team fights right now, if they're gonna be able to delay team fights until they can take them and maybe take them outside of their base, they still have such a good chance, like we saw just now. They can just push in and try to go for a GG instantly. They don't need all the lanes being pushed out. They can take team fights and then make advantage of that, and making sure they kill all 5. And mTw knows that if they lose a team fight, this game is far from over. Gonna clear a creep wave. Gonna wait for their own creep wave. There is the nighttime pop. Where's the own? Oh, the creep wave is a bit far behind. There's the creep wave. And do we have no? Enchantress not here. Store Spirit, it will be able to be there in a second, but there we go. mTw wants to kill the tower. Doesn't really want that initiation. Oh, there we have initiation going up. They're all grouped together. What a perfect time for a black hole. There's the black hole. Lich ultimate going through. Jen takes the kill of the Brewmaster in the meantime. Enchantress being killed off by the Lich, and that was a perfect setup from a black hole. That was SGC just being caught out of position and Warlock being picked up by Lushrek, and there's a GG cold. And that was not a team fight as SGC was gonna expect it, because they were just that was just the perfect opportunity for Fonzie for that black hole. He saw it, he think, I want to go for that, and Lich Ultimate there to help out because there weren't that many creeps around, so the Lich Ultimate could just bounce around freely. And that was a guaranteed team fight win for mTw, regardless of in which state of the game it would have been done. And there's it, the GG was cool. So mTw taking this win over SGC in a ProDota2 Non-Pro League game. So that's the league you've been watching. And well, thank you for watching. You can find me on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook on SheeverGaming as the extension, and you can also find me on Twitch, where you're watching right now, on /Sheever. I also have a website nowadays, and that's SheeverGaming.com. So you can go there also, because you will find all my links there also. And yeah, I'm just gonna let you watch this for a bit more, if you want it. Let's see, mTw has 2 force staffs, they have a blink dagger, they have a boots of travel on the Lushrek. Wow. 5k gold on the Lushrek too. So much mobility, and it doesn't seem like SGC managed to get their farm up that fast yet. I mean, that's just the lack of towers. Well, not lack of towers, I shouldn't say that. They're just getting caught out by the ganks. I mean, 35 to 19. But still a very even game for a long time. Anyway, I think you've seen this enough, so I'm just gonna change screens, overlays.